The Paris Agreement stands as a pivotal moment in our global fight against climate change. Adopted in 2015, this accord marked a historic turning point. For the first time, almost every nation on Earth came together. They agreed on a common set of goals to combat the escalating climate crisis. The agreement's strength lies in its universal appeal. It transcends borders and ideologies. It unites nations under a shared purpose. This global pact recognizes the urgency of the climate crisis. It emphasizes the need for collective action to secure a sustainable future for all. The Paris Agreement is legally binding. This makes it more than just a set of aspirations. It holds countries accountable for their commitments. This binding nature adds weight to the agreement. It ensures nations take concrete steps to reduce their emissions. The agreement signing was a momentous occasion. It instilled a sense of hope and optimism. It demonstrated a collective will to address one of the most pressing challenges of our time. However, the true test lies in its implementation and the tangible actions taken by each nation. The Paris Agreement recognizes that some countries need help in combating climate change. Developing nations, particularly vulnerable to climate impacts, often lack the resources and capacity to act effectively. The agreement establishes a framework for international cooperation. This ensures that no country is left behind in the fight against climate change. Financial support is crucial. Developed nations committed to mobilizing $100 billion annually by 2020 to assist developing countries. This funding aims to support climate mitigation and adaptation efforts. It helps developing nations transition to cleaner energy sources and build resilience against climate impacts. Technology transfer is another vital aspect. Developed countries are encouraged to share their technological advancements. This sharing helps developing nations adopt cleaner technologies and leapfrog carbon-intensive development pathways. Capacity building is equally important. The agreement emphasizes the need to enhance the capacity of developing countries. This includes strengthening their institutions, training personnel, and improving their ability to design and implement effective climate policies. The Paris Agreement was forged under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. The UNFCCC, established in 1992, is an international treaty for global climate action. The Conference of the Parties, or COP, is the decision-making body of the UNFCCC. COP meetings bring together representatives from all member countries. They convene annually to assess progress and negotiate new commitments. The COP plays a crucial role in shaping the global response to the climate crisis. It provides a platform for nations to collaborate and hold each other accountable. The COP continues to drive global climate action and focus on urgent challenges. Section 4. Global Goals and Commitments. The Paris Agreement sets ambitious goals to limit global warming. The central objective is to keep the increase in global average temperature to well below 2 degrees Celsius. Efforts are made to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Deep reductions in greenhouse gas emissions are emphasized. Countries aim to reach global peaking of emissions as soon as possible. Developed nations are expected to lead in reducing emissions. The Paris Agreement has near universal participation. As of 2024, 195 parties have adopted the agreement. Section 5. A cycle of ambition and action. The Paris Agreement operates on a 5-year cycle of increasingly ambitious climate action. At the heart of this cycle are the nationally determined contributions, or NDCs. NDCs represent each country's self-defined commitments to reduce emissions and adapt to climate change. Countries submitted their initial NDCs in 2015. The agreement requires them to update and enhance their NDCs every 5 years. This iterative process encourages countries to continuously raise their ambition over time. It ensures that global efforts align with the latest scientific findings and technological advancements. The first global stocktake, scheduled for 2023, will assess the collective progress made towards the Paris Agreement's goals. This assessment will inform the next round of NDCs, encouraging countries to enhance their ambition based on the latest scientific assessments. Section 6. Transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability are fundamental to the Paris Agreement's success. The agreement establishes an enhanced transparency framework. This framework ensures that countries regularly report on their emissions, climate actions, and progress toward their NDCs. Starting in 2024, countries will submit more detailed and standardized reports on their climate efforts. This enhanced transparency framework will allow for a more accurate assessment of global progress. It will hold countries accountable for their commitments and foster trust among nations. The transparency framework includes a robust system for reviewing and verifying the information provided by each country. It ensures that the data is accurate, reliable, and comparable across nations. This transparency and accountability mechanism is crucial for tracking progress, identifying gaps, and encouraging countries to enhance their climate action. It provides a clear picture of the global effort and helps to build confidence in the international climate regime.